In this video, I am making home-style green beans. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women to make wise home health and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. Or if you want to see reviews about products that can benefit you in your home, subscribe, because I do videos about those topics all the time. So hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's cook some green beans. I am making home-style green beans for my Thanksgiving dinner. Any other day, I'll just open a can, add a little bit of salt and pepper, and maybe a dot of butter, and be done with it. But for Thanksgiving, I have a special recipe that I like to use, and I actually learned how to make this particular style of green beans from one of my sisters. And what she likes to do is season her green beans up with some turkey tails. So she wants to try to keep it as healthy as possible. So no more ham hocks and bacon and that kind of thing, but turkey tails bring the flavor, but they're a little bit more heart healthy in comparison to the ham hocks. So first thing I'm going to do is put about 3 of these turkey tails on to boil and let them kind of cook for a little bit so they can tenderize. So turkey tails. I've got 4 cans of green beans because, like I said, I'm making these for my Thanksgiving dinner. So we're going to have quite a few people over here, so I'm going to need 4 cans of green beans. I've also got a little bit of sea salt, and of course I always buy Morton salt because is there any other kind? Like when it rains it pours. But I am using Morton sea salt, and this is the fine one. Also got a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder, and of course chicken broth. And I always buy Swanson's. Don't ask me why, I just always do. So let's get these turkey tails on and we'll get these green beans started. And the nice thing about using the turkey tails is that I will add water to boil them, and then once they're tenderized, I can use the liquid that's in the pot to season the green beans. I'm going to drain the green beans and pour off that liquid, but I'm going to keep the liquid from the turkey tails. And these are smoked turkey tails. I like the smoky flavor that you get. So they're smoked turkey tails, partially cooked. So the main thing I'm trying to do right now is just tenderize them a little bit. And I'm going to use 4, and I'm just going to rinse them off just because I like to rinse off meat when I get it at the store. I'm going to put in just enough water to cover the turkey tails, and then I'm going to set them on to boil. So I'm going to bring that to a boil, let it tenderize for a little bit, and then I'll get those green beans to cooking. These are boiling pretty good, so I'm going to take them out and just cut them up just a little bit into pieces. And then I'll put them in the green beans, and I'll use some of that liquor that came off of these in the green beans as well. I just like to cut them up a little bit smaller so the flavor can escape. Now let's drain these green beans. I've got 4 cans. So I've got 1 turkey tail per can. Okay, let's pour these green beans in this pot. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of the broth off of the turkey tails. Okay, so now I'm going to add just a little bit of onion powder. And again, it's onion powder to taste, so sprinkle a little bit of onion powder in there. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of salt, but not too much. And then I'm going to add this chicken broth. So I did use the entire carton of chicken broth. And I'm going to just taste the liquid just to see how that's tasting, how that's seasoned. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's add the turkey tails in there. And I'm just going to stir this up, and then I'm going to set it on the stove for about 15 minutes and just let all the flavors meld together. And this is that little cook pot that I got with my Curtis Stone cookware set, and I really enjoy using it. In case you're curious about it, I'll link it below, and then you can check it out if you're so inclined. Alright, so now I'm going to put this on the stove for about 15 minutes. Give another quick little stir, and I'm going to cover it. Now let me just say, the turkey tails really adds a lot of flavor to the green beans. And the other good thing about them, if you've got someone in your family who doesn't eat pork, this is a great alternative to give you just as much flavor, but not the no-no or the fat that comes along with pork. So I'm going to let that cook for a bit, and then I'll dish it up. Now, one good thing about using garlic powder or using onion powder is that it's ground up and there's no traces, like there's no little particles peeking out in your food. One of my sons, when he was little, wouldn't eat anything with pickles in it. And a pickle was anything that floated or that he could see. So if it was green or if there was any kind of little particle that he could see in the food, it was a pickle and he didn't want to eat it. So I learned to camouflage the onions and the green peppers and those kinds of things by pureeing them, and then I would put them in the meatloaf or whatever it was that I was going to cook. But with the garlic powder or the garlic salt or the onion powder, you don't have that problem. There's nothing for them to see. There's no pickles in it. So if you've got real picky little ones, this is just a little trick you might want to remember. It just dawned on me I hadn't put in any pepper, so here's a little bit of cracked black pepper. And then of course, a dash of chili sauce. As you know, that's my secret weapon. I always put a dash of chili sauce in most things that I prepare. It just gives it a little bit of flavor. But that's looking pretty good and it smells amazing. Look at that. The turkey tails and the green beans. nice and healthy. Let's give the broth a taste, because that's what lets me know if it's good. If the broth is good, then the beans are good. Perfect. I'm going to just let it simmer here for about another 5 minutes, then I'm going to turn the burner off. All right, so let's see how it tastes. These green beans are delicious. And the pot liquor is pretty good too. I think that's always a good sign when the pot liquor is good. Well, here it is. I have put it in the serving bowl, and does it not look absolutely beautiful? I am just so pleased with how well it turned out, and it smells heavenly, and I am loving my new servingware. This is the Darwin 10-inch serving bowl. They come 2 in a set, but I just knew that it would look absolutely beautiful with some vegetables in it for Thanksgiving. I just love the way the green of the veggies just kind of play off the white of the bowl. Now, the bowl is lightweight, it's dishwasher safe, but not only is it dishwasher safe, it's microwave safe, oven safe, freezer safe, so you can do whatever you want to do with it. So I am just so pleased that I have it. Just in case you're interested in checking these bowls out, I will link them below, but I have to tell you, they are absolutely beautiful. Let me bring it up a little closer just so you can see how nice this looks. Now, if you're watching this video and thinking about Thanksgiving, let me encourage you to check out my Thanksgiving 101 playlist, because that playlist is chock full of dishes to help you get ready for Thanksgiving. In that playlist, I show you how to roast a turkey, how to make collard greens, how to make my famous cornbread stuffing, how to make my mac and cheese, and other things that you will want to grace your table for the upcoming holidays. So make sure you check that out. And then I also posted a video just a few days ago about how to make candied sweet potatoes. And in that one, you will also see a beautiful white serving dish. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I will see you in the next video.